We have risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show, episode 268. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my right is everyone, starting with Scholar Tarek. How's it going tonight, sir?
Hi.
And to his right is the Scholars of Wrestling Party Champion, Mr. JML, Jamels, man of many names. How's it going tonight, sir?
It's going great. How about yourself?
I am delightful, and to my left is the current, reigning, and defending Scholars of Wrestling Champion of the World, Scholar Brian. Scholar Brian, dare I ask how your night is going? As he's taking a swig and he just keeps going on and on. Okay, understood. Anyway, as if you're watching us on YouTube, you are seeing a cornucopia of title belts, which can only mean one thing. It is time for WWE Clash of Champions.
There you go. You finally got it right.
Of course, I'm always going to get the Fortnite of Champions name right. Of course, naturally. But yes, this is
the night of the clashing of the champions.
Yes,
get it right.
And on every single respect, the champions are clashing. We've got the Party Champion of the Scholars of Wrestling Show and the champion of the Scholars of Wrestling Show. The champions are indeed clashing. The title is on the line, and Scholar Tark and I, we're going to be competing for the number one contendership.
We're going to be... Our winner is going to be facing their winner at Hell in a Cell, for those who don't understand that at all.
Oh, yes.
You stupid people.
Thank you for insulting our listening and viewing audiences.
What listening and viewing audiences?
All of the lovely people out there who are watching us, enjoying our time in the Scholars of Wrestling Lounge, getting ready for another prediction show, Clash of Champions. That's what they're doing.
Good. Fine. Good.
Good, great, grand, wonderful. Everyone get on the bus. It's time for Clash of Champions. Starting with, I'm just picking out a match randomly here, AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander for the U.S. Championship.
You know, when you said you were going to be picking random, I actually thought you were going to be picking random, but no, you're just picking the top of your list.
Yeah, the list.
Why are you lying to our audience?
I'm not lying to the audience. The
yes,
list was generated randomly.
Lacking
with the exception
integrity.
And you're insulting my integrity. The party champion, really.
Yes. Indeed.
This is going to be a zany episode. So anyway, we're talking AJ Styles. We're talking Cedric Alexander. We're talking the U.S. Championship.
So which champion wants to go first?
AJ Styles.
All right,
thank you.
Champion as AJ Styles. Okay, I guess we're going down here.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, okay. Fool, it's your turn. Who do you got?
Well, if they actually had more time to actually build this feud, I would actually be putting something more interesting down, but I could see them actually continuing this feud after this pay-per-view, so I'm also going to go with AJ Styles.
Yeah, I think this is definitely one of those matches where it's very difficult to pull it off any other way. If they had more time, like you said, I'd say maybe Cedric has a shot. But right now, I don't think this ain't it, Chief. This just ain't it.
Man will probably get a United States title eventually.
Oh, definitely.
Just not this event.
Mm-hmm. So moving on down the card, we also have Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions against Fire and Desire, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Yeah, you were right when you said Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defeating Fire and Desire.
That was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, but that's a good one. So that's what I'm going with. We've talked last week. This tag titles are meaningless. So
right now, but hey, who knows what's around the corner?
They're most likely going to stay meaningless for, honestly, a good long while. But with that, because they just don't give any caring about these tag titles, I don't think they're going to do anything special with them. So I'm going to say Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross as well, keeping the belts because, you know, they're the bigger names
How cringe was that promo Mandy cut on Tuesday on SmackDown?
She needs to stop.
It seems very cookie cutter. She's just trying to be a good little soldier and do what she's told and say what she's told to say. I didn't give it any other consideration beyond that. But yeah, if they had more build, they're running. I wish this wasn't the case because they're running out of women's tag teams at this point, dedicated women's tag teams. But yeah, I gotta go with Bliss and Cross on this one. I wish it weren't so, because again, they're a dedicated tag team. They need to do something with them. I'm not convinced that time is now.
Dedicated tag team of the 3 tag teams of basically the entire women's division.
Yeah, they're the last ones left.
So
At least the last ones that haven't been run through.
you got that tag team who's actually trying to be legit something. You got the odd couple of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. That storyline has kind of been built terribly, and then you have a team that just does not want to be a team with Asuka and Kairi Sane. With a manager they didn't even want with Paige.
Ay. Well, you can't win them all.
No, not at all.
Brian?
Bliss and Cross.
All right, another consensus down the road. Well, hopefully this next one will yield some more interesting results. We've got Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan in a grudge match. I know that there's some differences of opinions. I know that there's some differences of opinion. Gentlemen, what do you got?
Well, since it's starting with me, I think it's just going to be the safe route, and we're just going to say Roman Reigns takes it. Storyline has just been absolutely ridiculous with Derek Rowan showing up, double Mitt Rowans. And yeah, they could have done so much more with this storyline. It'll probably eventually be revealed that Daniel Bryan actually is the mastermind, but maybe not. Maybe this is just a nice big push for Eric Rowan, gonna change his look. His new theme song kind of sucks. And yeah, it doesn't. He stood tall at the end of this week, and powerbombing a fan onto Roman. Which, to be fair, that actually was kind of a fun
like
little
those
visual.
spots. It was a great visual.
That's really the only real great thing that actually happened on SmackDown this week, because I thought SmackDown blew on high water.
Both shows did.
Oh yeah, but if this was a Raw and SmackDown episode, I think Raw would have taken it. But yes, I fully agree. Both shows actually kind of sucked.
Raw only took it because of Austin, though. Really.
And the good crowd. They did have good crowds this week. But hey, elsewhere, I'm going to have, honestly, after thinking about it, I'm going to go with Derek Rowan.
He's not in the match.
Okay, his brother Eric then. Because it's a no disqualification match, I think there's going to be shenanigans.
Well, of course there's going to be shenanigans. It's a no DQ match. But I think they mainly made this a no DQ match just to completely hide the fact that if this was just a straightforward one-on-one match, this match will actually kind of suck.
Yeah, but then again, it would also make the winner fairly obvious, I think, because there's no way that Rowan's going to lose clean to Eric Rowan. But that's just my take on it. Brian, who do you got?
Eric Rowan via Daniel Bryan shenanigans leading to Roman versus D-Bry in Hell in a Cell.
Interesting. Jamels.
Roman Reigns.
All right. No consensus here. Then we got an interesting thing going. I like it. Now, speaking of interesting, I'm not sure how many of you saw 205 Live lately, but we got something going on, a triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Drew Gulak, Humberto Carrillo, and Lince Dorado in a triple threat match for the title.
It's you.
It's me? All right. I'll tell you what. As much as I'm a big fan of Lince Dorado, and as much as this Humberto guy reminds me of Juventud Guerrera, and that's a good thing, I don't think they've got quite enough momentum going into this angle to topple Drew Gulak. I'm going to go with Drew Gulak. As impressive as these two are, I think they just need a teensy bit more build before they're going to really get their shot. Maybe when everything gets integrated in NXT, maybe Lindsay or Humberto will get their title shot. But for now, I think it's staying on Drew Gulak. What say you, Brian?
Gulak.
Jamels.
Gabagulak.
Gava Gulak?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's not in the match.
Gabagulak.
Just regular kind. Okay. And Fool.
Drew! Going with Drew Gulak.
In song form. I dig it. All right, moving on to the ladies' side of things. We've got Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. I believe it's your turn. Brian, who do you got?
Sasha Banks, even though I'm not entirely sure she walks out with the title.
So you're thinking there's a possibility of a disqualification?
Disqualification, no contests, whatever. So I'm going with Sasha Banks, but I'm not convinced she walks out champion.
Okay. Jamels, who do you got?
I also say Sasha Banks.
Very interesting. And Fool, who do you got?
I'm going to hop on that train and choose Sasha Banks as well. She just signed a new contract. She is now on this brand new heel turn. I feel like the best thing for it to actually gain real momentum with this is for her to win the Raw Women's Championship.
Oh boy.
He's going 4 for 4. He's messing with us.
He's going to go against his girl.
See, this is really tough. Because this is one of those matches where it can go either way for any number of reasons. I'm not convinced that Becky is going to lose the title that easily. But then again,
Come to the dark side.
We have cookies.
You also have Sasha.
DQ.
There's also...
Come to the dark side.
Well, seriously, if you think about it, she's also running out of good, solid contenders. Sasha Banks did just resign, but it's also Clash of Champions. I suppose they would. I'm honestly having a really hard time with this. But you know what? I'm going to put my foot down. I'm going to bury my flag in the sand. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to say Sasha wins.
See, what did I tell you?
Let the hate flow through you.
Hey,
He's a children's book. He's easy to read.
Green eggs and ham, baby.
Hey, there's a reason everyone knows green eggs and ham. It sells. I wish that made any sense outside of that context. But you know what? I don't care, because now we've also got a tag team match to deal with. We got Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman going against the epic, legendary tag team of Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Whose turn is it? Mine?
I believe it's his.
Jamels.
They're going up against Mr. Perfect and Rick Rude.
Yes. Perfectly Rude. Who do you got?
It's going to be Strowman and Seth retaining.
Seth and Braun. All right. That's going on the record books. Fool, who do you got?
I'm going to go with Rudolph, the brand new tag team.
Oh, this is gonna be gold.
Come on. You liked it, Brian. You liked it.
Perfectly Rude.
Come on. Let's see that smile. Let's see that smile under all that hair. Come on. Let it out. You know you want to. You want to. Aww.
Oh,
He thinks his beard can cover his smile.
Oh, Yeah, I'm going to take another chance here. I'm going to say Rude and Ziggler win the tag titles. They need to give something for these people to do, and
They get nothing.
This is going to kick off and add a little sprinkle of animosity for the inevitable title match for the rest of the evening. Brian, who do you got?
Rudler it is.
Rudler. All right, we got something here. Rude, Ziggler, 2 on both sides. This is the way I like it. Actual competition. Boom.
Oh, you picked Seth and Braun too?
Yes.
I totally missed your prediction.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I put Rude and Ziggler.
No, I'm the only.
Yeah, I picked Rudolph. That's the whole point. And you put Seth and Braun.
Rudolph.
I don't
You
know.
erase it, and you will put Rudolph, the brand new tag team.
Rude.
Have the very red shiny belts.
Yes.
You can even say
So
they
many
glow.
memes. So many memes. Bailey versus Charlotte Flair. Someone pick someone.
I believe it's my turn, and I'm going to choose a Bailey retention.
Bailey?
It's funny because I actually thought, like, from the moment they announced this match, I'm like, oh, they're going to give it to Charlotte. 10. But after this new heel turn and
being in Charlotte.
it being in Charlotte, yes. Yeah, it kind of changed the tune of this little song of mine. And I'm in a Bailey state of mind.
So am I, just because I'm not really feeling this entire feud. Something about it just isn't clicking for me. The match itself, I'm sure, is going to be fine, but the feud itself is lacking in my eyes. So I don't see this as being another notch in Charlotte's belt.
She'll get to that 16.
Eventually, but I just don't think it's now.
Bailey, in my opinion, needs the win more than Charlotte, especially from this heel turn. And it's kind of the same thing with Sasha. She needs that momentum to swing in her favor.
Brian, how you swinging?
Bailey gets the win, starting the build to a fatal 4-way match at WrestleMania.
I like the way you think. Jamels, what do you think?
Bailey.
Bailey across the board. Apparently, we all want some Bailey tonight.
No, I'm just thinking with this.
Hey, we want some Bailey. Well, you know what I want? I want some Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz. That's what I want.
Oh shit! Is it my turn?
Hey, that'd be great if the Intercontinental title match landed on you.
It's just. The reason I'm like holy shit about it is because this is actually the hardest match for me to decide, because Shinsuke just started this new team up with Sami Zayn, which rumors are going around. They're trying to actually build this to be the new Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. Good luck with that. And there's just also the small little detail that if The Miz wins the Intercontinental title at this show, he will tie many title reigns with Chris Jericho, a certain AEW heavyweight champion who enjoys a little bit of the bubbly.
Who's Chris Jericho?
You would know exactly who Chris Jericho is.
He doesn't exist if he's not working for WWE.
But he's still in that history. He
He's
still
got a
has that
point.
history.
The challenger does have a point. He's not in WWE. Never happened.
But he still has that one thing of having the most reigns for the Intercontinental Championship.
But why would they acknowledge that?
They don't. That's why they're going to have The Miz say, "Oh, he's now one of the men with the most number of Intercontinental Championship reigns." With that being said, I'm still going to go with Shinsuke Nakamura on this one.
Okay.
Because as much as I love The Miz, I don't want to see him with the Intercontinental Championship anymore. I know that they've been building that over the years and making that his belt, but I just don't want. When I think of the Intercontinental Championship, I don't think about the first thing that pops in my mind is not The Miz, and he won't even be in my top 5. And I love The Miz. With that, I feel like, in my opinion, Shinsuke needs this win a lot more than Miz does.
And it's for that reason that I'm going to second that pick as well as the fact that I just love Shinsuke, and I just really, really want to see this reign go somewhere and this feud go somewhere. That's why I'm picking Shinsuke. Brian, who do you got?
The Miz will get there someday. He'll get said 9 title reigns or however many.
They'll give him 10 just to smite Chris Jericho. They'll give him the 10 title reigns.
But
how many was that?
30.
No, how many? Oh, all right, that's okay. That's good enough.
Math.
You know what? That's.
But it won't be this time.
saying, how many
Shinsuke.
Okay, thank you. When you said 30, it's like,
Shinsuke,
okay, so
Shinsuke.
that means I did it 3 times.
Yes.
Thank you.
When the
Ass.
people are done talking, Shinsuke.
Jamels, who do you got?
You mean the future double champion?
Jamels, who do you got?
Shinsuke.
All right.
Shinsuke.
You shut your whore mouth. We have a consensus.
Asuka.
Oh, I'm going to give you such a pinch. We have New Day versus
K-Rai.
We have New Day versus Revival. It's my turn. I'm picking the New Day because power of positivity. It's very difficult to maintain right now. Brian, who do you got?
The Revival.
All right, Revival. Jamels.
The New Day guys.
The New Day guys. Yay. All right. Tarek. Fool, what do you got?
My initial choice was going to be the Revival, but there was one specific factor that happened or should I say that didn't happen this week with Kofi getting the better of Randy Orton. There was no real redemption for the havoc that FTRKO had done to the New Day, and I feel like this show is going to be that redemption, that Big E and Xavier are going to get that revenge on the Revival for what they did to him a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to choose the New Day.
All right, very interesting.
If the New Day came out and helped Kofi Kingston attack Randy Orton and the Revival, if that's how this whole go home segment happened on SmackDown, then I would have chosen the Revival. But because that didn't, I'm choosing the New Day.
Well, speaking of that, we've got Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. Whose turn is it?
Wait, did you do it last? Did you start at the New
Yes,
Day?
I did.
Okay, so now it's you. Yeah.
Okay, we've got Kofi. Jamels.
Kofi Cornelius Kingston.
All right, and Fool, who do you got?
Randall Keith Orton.
And for me, this is honestly another one of the toughest ones to call. Probably the toughest one to call for the entire night. I could see this going either way, much like we were talking about with Becky Lynch versus Sasha. The timing and the notoriety of the opponent, this could go either way in my eyes. That being said, I've given this one a lot of thought, and I'm going to go with Kofi. I think he's been having a very, very good title reign. I like it. I like what he's doing, and I just don't see it ending right now.
It goes to Hell in a Cell. It ends there, and Kofi needs a win over Randy Orton before Randy Orton takes his title at Hell in a Cell.
That is plausible. That is absolutely plausible. And now we come to what I presume is going to be the main event. Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman.
Brawny the Strowman.
Brawny the Strowman. How's it going to go? Jamels?
You get the last match.
This is your last pick.
Seth freaking Rollins.
We have Seth freaking Rollins. All right, Fool, who do you got for this one?
I am also gonna go with Seth frickin' Rollins. He's going to add that title of Monster Slayer to his long list of nicknames.
I'm going to third that, just for even if regardless of any other names, just to see where this goes next. And I think
I thought
you
he
of
was
all
gonna pick
people-
Braun. I seriously thought he was going to pull a fast one and pick Braun.
If the next month's challenge has not been laid down as your shirt, as your really neato shirt has indicated, I would really not. I probably would have said Braun may have had a chance, but not when our favorite kids TV show host is waiting in the wings for an October pay-per-view of all things. I'm not convinced it's going to go any other way. Seth Rollins for the win. But then again, now we must check in with our champion. What's your pick? Rollins or Strowman?
Rollins.
And
on that note, I'm out.
Good. You know what? Scoop.
Or space.
well,
Yeah.
my
I
balls.
feel so much better. Is it?
So much more room for activities.
Yeah.
Yeah, like finger painting. Yeah. So yes,
What the hell
I
was
didn't know
that?
where those fingers were going.
don't you be talking about my fingers, man. Anyway, those are our predictions. We have an accord. Now you've heard what we think. Now it's the time of the show where we turn it over to you, our wrestling and listening and viewing audience. Who is going to walk away victorious from Clash of Champions? Let us know all across the internet. YouTube comments, Twitter feeds, anywhere you can find us. Leave us the comments, leave us likes. You know how we do around here. Especially on the Twitter machines where you can join in the conversation on a more personal level. Starting with @ScholarsOW for all the latest episode uploads. Jamels, where can they reach you?
At the JML Experience on Twitter.
Fool, where can they reach you?
You can reach me, the one and only scholar that actually gives a shit about being here, at the Avataric.
And you can also check out our current reigning and defending Scholars of Wrestling champion.
No, don't
No.
plug him. He chose to walk away, so he doesn't get the plug. The only time you can actually see his plug is in the little status on this video.
Atomic Beanpole. And you can also check me at I'm Robbie Rage.
Are you the champion's bitch? You just have to keep plugging him in.
No, I am a
Keep
supporter. I am a
acknowledging.
supporter of the title, and I'm a supporter of the show. Because you know,
And you know
who
you're
I
not the
am.
supporter. You're not the supporter of the man. You're a
what?
supporter of the title, but not the man holding the title.
I am supporter of all of you lovely people. I am. What? Don't look at me in that tone
It
of
was
voice.
a very politically correct answer.
Hey, just because that there's a feud going on in between the rest of you doesn't mean I am involved in it. I'm just chasing that belt just like everybody else.
With how you've been going this year, good luck with that.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many title reigns do I have? Huh? What? Huh?
And who? I'm sorry. What is your record this year going by? Huh? Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. Since when does that matter when you're going for a title? Huh? What? Huh? Eh.
We'll see how you feel about that next week after the pay-per-view.
You're right. We will.
Oh,
We all will, because you know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're welcome. See you all at Clash of Champions.